There lived a man named John and his wife, Stacy. They were deeply in love and had a beautiful wedding, dreaming of a future filled with joy and children. However, as time passed, John became increasingly consumed by his work. The long hours and stress took a toll on him, and he found himself unable to be intimate with Stacy. Stacy, longing for the family they had always dreamed of, tried everything to rekindle their intimacy. She dressed in ways she thought would attract him, planned romantic evenings, and even tried to talk to him about their situation. But nothing seemed to work. John felt ashamed and embarrassed by his inability to connect with his wife in the way he wanted to. Stacy couldn't take it anymore. She had a heated argument with John. One day, she packed her bags and left John heartbroken. Days turned into weeks. John has a new secretary, Clara. She's very beautiful and flirty. At first, John showed no interest in her, but Clara has a strong desire to get closer to John if she ever gets the chance. One evening, after John and Clara were left alone in the office, Clara invited herself into John's office. John was surprised to see her still in there after office hours. Clara approached John nearer. She leaned in closer and showed her cleavage, hoping to give John a clearer view. John was surprised, and he was starting to blush, so he asked her to stop doing it. Clara then asked John whether he wanted to take this further. Then, John thought of his inability to intimate, and he would only hurt Clara's feelings, so he rejected her. Clara was disappointed and had no choice but to respect his decision. Clara did not give up. Her feelings for John grew deeper every day. She sees John as a kind and caring person. She doesn't see him like her boss. One night, Clara came up with a plan, and she decided to ask for a ride home after work hours. Clara told John her car broke down, and her plan worked. Clara was enjoying every moment she spent with John. When his car reached Clara's house, Clara was reluctant to get down. Clara persuaded John to stay with her longer. Clara told John she is all ears. He can tell her about his problems. John and Clara had a long conversation. John then slowly found himself captivated by Clara. Clara's eyes were gazing into John's eyes. They both looked like they were missing something. John reached out to cup Clara's face, his touch sending shivers down her spine. Their eyes were locked, and without words, a moment of silence. Sarah leans in and kisses John's lips. It was a fiery kiss. Clara's heart raced as she melted into his embrace. The world outside seems to fade away, leaving only the two of them in a pure desire. As time passed, Clara's reputation became a hot topic, and everyone in the office was talking behind her back, saying she's having a relationship with the boss, John. Clara couldn't stand it and resigned. John was very reluctant to let her go, but he had to respect her decision. He also warned his employees not to talk behind her back again, and they agreed. One day, John went looking for Clara again, and they rebuilt their relationship. They got married. John was able to intimate again because of Clara's true love. Meanwhile, Stacy was facing financial problems, so she thought to herself, she needs John. She thought that their love was strong enough to overcome this challenge. She spent days thinking about how to find John. One day, she had an idea. She decided to look for him, believing that their love could heal the wounds that had driven them apart. John was having his busy schedule and meetings, but after weeks of searching, Stacy found John. He was surprised to see her, but also deeply moved by her determination and love. They talked for hours, and Stacy reassured him that they could face this challenge together. Stacy also told John she was facing some financial problems and needed his help. She apologized to him and asked whether they could start over again. Before she could continue further, Clara came and interfered with the conversation and introduced herself as John's wife. Hearing this, Stacy was heartbroken. Stacy asked her how. Clara explained that only true love matters. Clara gave Stacy some cash to help her. Stacy was reluctant to take it, feeling a little embarrassed and emotional, but she had no choice but to take the cash to pay her bills. Months passed, and Clara's love for John grew even more. Eventually, Clara also had a secret of her own. She couldn't have children because she's infertile, but she's happy with John, and they adopted a cat, a cute tabby cat. Their journey had been difficult, but it taught them the power of love, perseverance, and the importance of facing challenges together. John and Clara's story became an inspiration to others, showing that true love can overcome even the most daunting obstacles. They lived happily ever after, cherishing their family and the life lessons they had learned along the way.